It's my first time. It says we're live.
Howdy.
Sweet. Good morning.
Hey, everyone.
Whoop, whoop. Hello.
Does everybody want to introduce themselves?
I'm Paul Terra, the singer and lyricist.
Mike, guitar.
Wild Bill, bass, background vocals.
And I'm G. I hit things. No singing for me.
Yet.
Yes,
Such
sure.
a shame.
We could try. There's always a first time.
She's gonna be like Ringo and sing act natural.
Be like
Live it
Don
up to
Henley.
my friends.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'm Tattoo Baby, and I'm Charms. So now you know who we are. Welcome.
Are you
aboard.
Nice to meet you both.
Right on. If there's any comments for people that are watching, I think they'll pop up here at the bottom. So we'll see how that works. And if you guys want to share it out on your social media real quick, you can do that too. I don't know if you guys are all on your phone or not.
I'm on my computer tonight.
Yeah, I'm on a phone, but
Same.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. All right. So I want to know how you guys got started.
Well,
Paul.
I was in a band and called Sister Blind, and the band was slowly declining. And right next door to where we were rehearsing was a band that Gina was playing with. I thought the band sounded like shit, but the drummer sounded great. Especially when you had Jay singing. Holy shit.
He got better. Come on. He got better.
It's not like he had COVID and he got better. He just couldn't hold the note and put it in his fucking hand. But anyway, the drum sounded amazing. So I went next door and I was thinking of forming a new band, and then me and Gina hooked up. And we went through a couple of different players until we found the ones that we thought were adequate. And as far as the band name, my name's Paul Terra, and I was thinking of a band name, and I was listening to Soundgarden at the time on the radio driving, and Terra Garden just kind of clicked, and it's stuck ever since.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, I like the name. So.
Right. Yeah. I like
Thank
it.
It's catchy.
Yes.
I was super excited to see that you had a female drummer, so that's awesome as hell.
Yeah, because the videos I watched, girl, you rock it.
Yeah.
We love G. She's awesome.
Thank you.
It's funny because we don't look at her as a female drummer. We just look at her as a drummer.
And a very good one.
Yes. So, I mean, especially me and her have been doing this for 13 years now with this band. And I just know, besides getting hit in the back of the leg and head with sticks, I know I never have to worry about drums.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Likewise, I don't think I've ever heard you like mess up a lyric. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but
yeah,
you're human. But I don't know how you memorize all of that.
Really alien, but thanks anyway.
That's good.
Well, I wanted to know more about do you guys any new releases that you've had coming out? Anything
As
like
a matter
that?
of fact,
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. He's all ready.
this is our
Already.
Psychotic Disorderly Magic.
All
I
right.
even have the original canvas
Oh,
here.
look at that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
outdid
Mike popped it.
Nice.
You win, Michael.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Look
Just
You
right,
win,
right
Buck.
place, right time.
We released
Young
this
Buck
last
wins that
in
one.
June.
So yeah, that's our fourth album, Psychotic Disorderly Magic. We released it back in June. It has 9 new songs. It's basically what we always do. It's a mix of like hard rock and heavy metal. So if you're into those genres, please check it out. You see the Linktree link below. So yeah, it's all across our digital platforms, and we even have physical CDs too.
Right
Awesome.
on. All right, and they can find you Spotify. Do you guys have YouTube? All that?
Yep.
Yep.
Linktree is basically our hub for everything. You can find all our social media and digital platforms.
We even have Pornhub.
Okay, so you said this is your 4th album.
Yes.
Okay, and you've been doing this for 13 years.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Do you
Yes.
guys do any covers or is it all original music?
We'll throw in some covers here and there to entertain everyone.
Yep, we always throw in different live covers every show. We always mix up our set list every show to never play the same thing twice. And we actually recorded a special cover on our previous album. We did a cover of Golden Earrings, Twilight Zone,
Okay.
for our
We
last album.
meddled it out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
it sounds pretty badass.
That's awesome. All right, and okay, so you said 13 years. So are you guys all the original band members, or you didn't start out?
No, just me and Gina.
Okay.
I came in between the first and the second album.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
I came in beginning of 2017, so about 6.5 years for me.
All right.
2017. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I know, time's flying.
Wow. Sam.
3 here.
And you came in 2020, right?
Yes, of all years.
20. Yeah. Everybody's favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a hard time, I think, for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting.
For those that are watching, you can comment. I can throw it up on the screen here. You can ask questions too. It doesn't have to just be us.
Yeah, fire away.
Yeah. We do have some watchers, so that's a plus.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Inspiration though, do you guys have anybody who has inspired you tremendously throughout your music career?
Orville Redenbacher.
Hey, look, we all need snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, all four of us have very diverse backgrounds and tastes. I grew up on all like the 90s rock. I love like 80s thrash metal, grunge, classic rock, punk, hardcore, even reggae rock. So I feel like I'm all over the place, just like everybody else here.
We
Right on.
basically, we're down with a lot of different styles and types of music. And it shows because every song we do doesn't sound exactly like the last one. It's like no Ramones here. Everything will have a different flavor to it.
Right
Yep.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he said.
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
Not go ahead.
Not at the moment. Okay. How did you start drumming? How did that happen?
It was very random for me. I was actually looking at like this, like the pamphlets you get, like the library used to have like weekend classes, like cooking classes or karate or crocheting or whatever the hell, and I saw this class and it was called Drums Along the Mohawk. I was like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool title. And then I remember I saw it was MTV when MTV first came out in 1980. Was it 4? Or no, in 1982, whenever the hell. And
Yeah.
I saw a Go-Go's video. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I saw a Joan Jett video. And I was like, this is really awesome. I said, I want to do this. And then I just remember seeing the drum thing. And I went to my parents. I was like, I want to do this class. And they were like, all right. They didn't stop me. They were awesome and encouraged me, and I was the only girl in the class, and I didn't really think much of it. And this was back in the 80s, so female drummers were even more scarce, I guess, you know. But it was cool. It was great. And a lot of years later, here I am.
Right on.
Yeah, that's the short version.
Okay. How do you guys differ from other rock bands?
We shower.
Sometimes.
Not every day.
In other words, they all just stink.
Yeah, we all have mortgages now and rent. That's
Yeah. I think there's so many bands out there, but we really focus on, like, we want to be heavy, of course, but we really focus on melody, making sure the songs have like quite an impact when a person listens to them, and making sure. And I know Paul will go through rounds of lyrics just to make sure he has the right, cadence and lyrics with everything he's singing, just like we do. I do on my guitar. I'll throw an interesting lead fill in there, or make sure my solos are tasteful and fit the song instead of just nonsense shredding or anything like that. So,
Right.
yeah, we're not screaming our brains out. It's not like
Never,
extreme
never.
hardcore stuff. Yeah. And it's
No
melody.
Cookie Monster here.
Yeah.
Never, not 1 second of it.
Not having it.
I mean, Paul, I feel like your voice is pretty unique.
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Awesome, awesome.
I have a lot of different influences, from Johnny Rotten to Blackie Lawless to Glenn Hughes, and also many years of singing cover music, depending on what type of music I'm hired to sing. That definitely rubbed off on my original music. Mike or Bill will hit me with a couple of licks, and whatever it kind of like reminds me of, that's the state of mind I'll write the lyrics in, and also to sing with. And then I add on with harmonies and other vocal parts if it fits. It all depends on the music that's given to me, or the music that I write also. That'll determine how my vocals will basically come out. But I also sing in a Deep Purple tribute band, so you'll hear a lot of Ian Gillan, Glenn Hughes on my vocals, and it's just what I grew up listening to mostly.
Right on. Okay. And then Wild Bill, you how did you start out on bass?
I mean, I had my high chair pulled up to bluegrass before I could talk.
All right.
Like my grandparents and my parents used to point. They used to have a little AM/FM radio, and they would be like farming, and they would like clothes hanging, and they would be like, if one person's name came up, they'd be like, that's Johnny Cash, that's Hank Williams, that's Merle Haggard, that's Waylon Jennings, that's David Allan Coe, that's whoever it was. And in my mind, if I heard one person's name, I was under 10 years old at the time, I'll be like, wow. Then I thought Elvis had like the drumstick between his feet. I thought one person was doing all that. Like if they said that's Hank Williams, I thought he was doing all the instruments. But when that show Hee Haw came along, I saw that they had a band backing them. That was worse than finding out there's no such thing as Santa Claus.
There's no such thing as Santa Claus?
I only found out last year.
Yeah. This Christmas is ruined for me.
Yeah, that's it.
Then
I've been donating all that money to him, and it's really not him. Shit.
I was looking so forward to sitting on his lap again this year.
that's how that whole scenario started. And my first instrument was banjo.
Bill is an exceptional banjo player, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, he
And
is.
then when the 80s came around and all that punk rock stuff coming around, way before Eddie Van Halen, I was like, I want to be a part of that. Like the Misfits, the Sex Pistols, like that made a sonic boom to me. And I was like, wow, that's talking to me. And I tried guitar a little bit, and it just didn't like resonate. But when I tried the bass, I was going like this with my hands, and I already had that right hand arpeggiating from the banjo. And then the bass was a little bit easier because the strings were further apart, but they were a lot thicker.
Yeah.
So guitar, I knew a couple of chords on, but that's how I started playing bass. Was like punk rock.
All right.
And there you go.
Bill was actually the child in Deliverance that played the banjo in the beginning. That was
That's the most requested song on that instrument.
Sure. I'm sure it is.
He taught Joe Biden how to play banjo.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I finally have more teeth than him for my trucking job.
Yes.
Yes. You should teach him how to run the country too while you're at it.
Well, that's another story.
Did I say that?
That's another story. Just got to teach him how to wipe his ass.
Yeah, that's a good start.
My family had a pretty big musical upbringing. My parents actually had a classic rock cover band together, like when I was growing up in my teens. So I watched a bunch of their shows, and I started to pick up the guitar from my dad when I was about 16 or so. He would teach me the basics. I learned some like very simple songs early on, and then just kept at it, and took it from there. The rest is history.
Okay, right on. And Paul, you said you've been doing this a long time. I think I got everybody.
Yes, I'm a Highlander. I've been doing this for over 500 years.
And you got some
Feels
knowledge,
like
man.
that sometimes.
Back
can
when
be
the
only
dinosaurs
one.
roamed the earth.
There can be only one.
Back when rock and roll was truly a rock that you rolled.
I've rolled many.
So my question is do you guys generally stay local to where you're at, or do you tour around?
We would love to tour around because local where we're at, being in an original band is a rare breed. We come from a place that's saturated with cover bands. So any given night, you could go to a club and hear the Summer of '69. And then you have bands like us that there's maybe 3 or 4 clubs to do original music.
Yeah.
So we would absolutely love to do sort of touring, to play different venues. And it's like that movie Escape from New York. That's us.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that earlier on. I'm thinking about every venue on the island that supports original heavy music regularly every Friday and Saturday. Like, I can't even get past one hand.
There's two. Everywhere else, it's cover band central here. Very oversaturated. Everybody and their brother has a band. Everybody and their brother is basically playing the same cover musics. And then you have about a dozen or so original bands that are trying to get out there and do their thing. And it's very difficult, I can understand the club owner's point of view because here real estates are insane. And just to keep the club open, you need to generate some kind of income coming in. And for some reason, even the radio stations here where we are, they play the same music every day, basically. So you could go to a club and basically hear what you hear on the radio, but a cover band will be doing it. And then there's original bands. And for some reason, the sheep don't generate towards original music. They feel safe listening to the same John Cougar songs or Def Leppard songs or whatever songs. So they're afraid to try something new. And it's a shame. I basically guess they just haven't broadened their musical taste buds because they just want to have the same flavor every weekend. let's go to this club and let's watch this band play the same songs that the other band's going to play. And then the other band afterwards is going to play that too. So it's very difficult for original bands. But to get back to your original question, yes, we would love to get the hell off Long Island and play out some other places.
Yeah, we've tried to smartly branch off of Long Island when we could. We've played a decent amount of shows in Manhattan and Queens, including our next one coming up. We've even made it to Connecticut for one show, but yeah,
forgot about that.
you know, if the right opportunity comes that makes sense financially to do, we would definitely be welcome to, get out of here and
You guys need to get you a
cross some bridges and
big bus and
hop
turn
on
it
some
into
planes.
like an RV or get you a big RV and just start going on the road.
Yeah.
Make sure
Honestly-
you come through Illinois so we can see one of your shows.
Honestly, with the
That's
kind of
In
music
Chicago,
we
we'd
play,
love that.
with the kind of
Chicago's
music
cool.
we play, we would love to hit some European festivals because
That too.
that seems to be where the spot is for the kind of music that
Yeah.
we're performing. So
Yeah, leave that
we
in.
love to get on one of those festivals. That'd be phenomenal. We have friends that do that on a yearly basis, and they're very fortunate to do so. Unfortunately, we haven't been that fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so this is just a weird question, I guess. How do you feel about the music industry today? Like how it is?
For rock,
industry.
not
The rock
good at all.
music, yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, bad.
What
horrible.
music industry?
I would say in the last
Horrible.
15 years, at least from a mainstream standpoint, I'd say in the last 15 years, rock has really nosedived. There's not a lot of new bands cracking the Billboard chart anymore. If you have young people into rock music, I'll say 9 out of 10 chance they're into like 20th century bands, which is cool, but they're not going to be around forever. There's no one to take their place, and it just seems very uncool in the United States, rock music, compared
Yeah.
to like rap, country, pop, which
Look at
sucks.
the MTV Awards. Look what
Yeah.
they used to be,
Yeah,
and look what they are now.
hmm
That says it all. There's some really fantastic bands and music out there that we'll never hear because
Right.
we're too busy listening to the same rap. And don't get me wrong, I like some rap. There's some really great rap music, but it's the same rehashed stuff. Half of these cats don't even play instruments. They're just playing to a soundtrack. So it's basically like karaoke at this point. There's no really creativity either. And there's so
Yeah.
many great bands out there that are doing so much great stuff, but we'll never hear it.
Right.
Paul actually hosts an independent show on Tuesdays, supporting such bands.
I do a radio show myself Tuesday evenings, and I get MP3 sent to me from all over the world. The Netherlands, South Africa, France. There are some really great bands out there, but we'll never hear it. We'll never hear it.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yep.
We get a lot of answers, but I definitely feel like the music industry itself, especially in the rock genre, has aimed towards more independent.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of bands are just becoming more independent, which I honestly think is a great thing. Instead of letting corporations take over and make all the money and stuff, I think it's better that a lot of the bands are doing independent, even though it's harder to make it out there. But I think eventually, as time goes, it might be a little bit easier.
I wish bands got paid properly for streaming. That would really turn the whole ball game around.
For sure.
We get monthly Spotify credit for like pennies.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
insulting, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is no music industry for the rock and roll genre at the moment. You got people that are making recordings and duplication out of their basement. And it's not because, oh, yeah, that's the love it. It's because there's no labels anymore. Back in the day, you used to hear, oh, this guy got re-signed for $50 million or this one. You don't hear that anymore. Ever since the internet got started, you basically get anything you want for free. So the record companies really don't pay to support the artist. Back in the day, I was signed. I used to get $10,000 to record CDs. These days, you're lucky if you get $1,500, or they want you to do the recording yourself, give it to them, and then they'll just do duplication and distribution instead of actually doing any sort of marketing or touring. They don't have the money. There is no budget for it anymore. The internet it was a kiss and a curse. It kind of killed the music industry where you could get everything for free. So now these big labels like Geffen and Warner Brothers, nobody signs anymore because they're not making money.
Right.
Yep.
I'll agree with that. Absolutely. We have a couple viewers, so for those that are watching, if they have any questions, they can comment and I can throw it up on here for them to see.
Don't be shy.
Yeah.
You could post naked pictures with llamas too. We won't be offended.
Llamas.
Careful, they spit.
I know.
Yeah, I think the music industry questions, we usually get roughly the same answers, so that's a plus. For those that are watching or will watch this later, can you tell us a couple of your favorite songs to sing?
A couple of my favorite songs to sing.
Yeah, you guys can all take a turn and tell us your favorite.
For our originals?
Our own shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me think about this. You guys go first.
Mine's The Party's Over.
The Party's Over.
That's the opening track on our newest album.
Okay.
And then when it's not our band, my favorite is Super Freak.
Which we do not cover yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's my all-time, like Ed Norton and Swanee River, like that's like Wild Bill's, like that. All right.
Super Freak.
I got a lot of originals that I really like to sing. One of them is Deep, which is off our first and second album. We did a remake of that. Another one is Reality Check. Another one is Put Me on the Guest List. Hey, Paul, you doing a show? Yeah. Dude, could you put me on a guest list? I'm trying to make a couple bucks too, you know? There's another one called I Don't Care. That's another original I love to sing.
Yeah, that's a real.
Yeah, that's the one I was listening to right before we started.
That's probably one of our heaviest songs we've ever done.
Yeah.
Off the new album, I like Hanging by a Thread. That's one of my favorites to sing because it's somewhat challenging. I love to do challenging stuff. All the, other stuff, it's kind of like singing Brown Eyed Girl. It's like, you want something that's going to challenge you, So a lot of the stuff I write, I try to make it that way. So it's a challenge. It's not the same old boring bullshit, You got to put a little something into it. Otherwise, it's not going to sound right. So that's what I love about this band. It's a challenge, everything that we write. We all kind of like push ourselves, to an extreme to make the song so much better and bring it home to each one of us, So that's why I love playing with these cats. Otherwise, I'd be in a Simon and Garfunkel tribute band and singing for dollars on a Friday.
Yeah, a lot of my like all-time Tara Garn favorites were already mentioned. The Party's Over, which is brand new. Deep, Reality Check, I Don't Care. Those are all fantastic songs. I love playing them live. Never get old.
Right on.
Sure. I'm gonna throw Deep in there as well. I Should Have Seen It Coming. off
Yep,
the new one.
That's fun.
And Guest List is really fun too. That's a good one.
Yes.
What Selfie Queen?
Selfie Queen's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that fun.
Drive to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
And just goes to show, like some of these songs we mentioned are 7-10 years old, and we still really like them a lot. So that's a good sign that we did something right.
Yeah, I agree.
Every show we do, we usually do 2 standards at the end because everybody always asks for them. A song called "Shut Up and Buy Me a Drink," which always goes over well, and another one, especially where we live, because people are too ignorant to know how to drive. So we have another song called "Learn How to Drive." Anywhere you go here on Long Island, it used to be a 10-15 minute drive, but it's become so populated, it's now a half-hour ride to 40 minutes. And you got to
To
go.
go a mile.
And that being the problem is people don't know how to drive. So we wrote this song
I
called
totally
Learn How to
agree.
Drive.
I am on the road every day, and I run into people who, well, I don't.
I can't imagine Chicago being.
Just about run into them because of how bad they drive.
Yeah.
Chicago's got
That's
to be
what happens
crazy.
when you give licenses to people that have the IQ of Pocket Link.
Right. Agree.
Yeah.
But like being from Chicago, like you're close to Detroit with hockey. Like, are you guys into hockey, the Blackhawks and stuff out there? Or I know it's a
Gina
good.
is.
I mean,
The
we're
That's why I
The
keep
Bears.
looking. I keep looking at the TV.
south of Chicago that we don't really get too much of the.
I don't support any Illinois teams whatsoever.
I do
Not at
support
all.
them. I am
That's
a fan.
fine.
I just don't follow a lot of sports, but I am a fan of most of the Illinois.
Nice. I remember from
Yeah,
interstate
sorry,
trucking.
I
You got the
tired
3
of
I
New York
states in a
teams
row.
losing every year. Every year the New York teams lose, so it really don't matter.
Same thing with Illinois. That's why I don't cheer for them.
Nice.
That's all right. She's all for Packers, and I'm a Bears fan, so it's one of the reasons why we get along so well. We're complete opposites.
Yeah.
So I have another. Okay. Christy said she goes for Detroit Red Wings. So
I'll
They
take
were, they were great for a very, very,
For a
very
while.
long time. Also, like 20 years or something. It was crazy.
They had a good.
Hi, Sean.
He says hello, good evening from
Hey, Sean,
IQ
how are you?
Promotion.
I like Buffalo wings. I don't know about Red Wings.
But
So I think the last question we'll kind of end off with is, before you guys go on to a show, do you guys do any rituals? Do you guys do anything special or that you do all the time?
set up our shit. We don't have roadies yet.
Yeah.
We got one.
Well, we do. Yes. We have RJ. RJ rocks. But
Well, me and Bill used to do shots, but we don't do that anymore.
yeah, that used to be a thing, but no.
Bill started putting electrical tape on his nipples and pulling it off on stage, so we stopped doing that.
They did.
I don't know about a ritual, but literally right before we play our first song, we'll just do a quick huddle and just kind of fire each other up and take it from there.
Right on.
We do like the pyramid and
Yeah, because you're in the back with the drums, so we're just like
Yeah, so whenever we do a pyramid shot, Gina's always on the bottom.
yeah.
We had our other guitar player, Brian, who I want to give a mention to. He's on the new CD. Great guy, great player. Unfortunately, he had to step down from playing music for a while, and it's quite understandable. We usually are a 2-guitar band, and we're in the process of auditioning right now. And honestly, it's kind of exciting in a way because you get fresh blood and a fresh idea for new music, because everybody's got, new thoughts in their head of what they want to do. So kind of looking forward to that, getting another person in the mix musically. So it's great because I'm still getting used to Bill. We've only done one CD with Bill. and Bill has plenty of ideas for songs. Mike always has ideas. I always have ideas. We go down there, and Gina's just on that shit like white on rice. You know, she just grooves right with the rhythm. So having somebody new come in, we're kind of looking forward to that also. But on another way, we're sad to have seen Brian go. You know.
Yeah, Brian was a big part of this new album. We played at our last show with him about 3 weeks ago, so we miss him a lot and wish him well. Ended on completely good terms. But yeah, as far as the amount of riffs we have, I mean, we have
Good
like
dude.
a Dropbox of riffs that everybody's just throws up there, uploads like an MP3 or a quick video. And we'll sort through them and be like, oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Sometimes
Check
we'll
us out. Check us out on our YouTube channel. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. On the bottom is our link tree with all the links for everything. But you want to get some good live concerts and all and see what we're all about, check us out on YouTube. And if you like rock, you won't be disappointed.
Sean Duffy said, switch to Gorilla Tape and we'll try to get them to sponsor.
Hey, I'll try anything at this point.
Oh, there you go. That's for your nipples, Seamus.
I'll try anything at this point.
Bill, you down for that?
Yeah. That's all about you.
Bill, you there?
I'm here, brother. I'm here. I just don't want to be blabbing while over other people talking.
Are you switching to Gorilla? Are you going to switch to Gorilla Tape?
If you're buying, yeah.
We're gonna try to get them
sponsored.
If you're buying, he's trying.
There you go.
Jennifer says, hiya.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hiya.
Yo. Sup?
It was definitely I think the live went okay. I think it went okay.
Absolutely. We had a lot of fun.
Sure. That was cool.
And I appreciate you guys coming on. And for those that are watching or going to watch this later, this is Terror Garden. And you can, their link tree scrolling at the bottom. I'm also going to put it in the description too, so you can just click on it straight from YouTube.
Cool.
And we hope you guys enjoyed the Tattoo Baby show.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
We also have
Thank
merch
you.
too. We have tank tops and bumper stickers aside from CDs. So if you want those, just contact us as well.
Okay. I can put
Thank
that
you
in
so
the
much for
description
having
too.
us. It's shows like this that make it all worthwhile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Keep the scene
Thank you
going.
so much. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Chrissy said, have a good night.
Good night,
You
Chrissy.
all have a good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you.
Back at
Awesome.
you.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go finish watching the hockey game.
All right.
Go
Thanks
Devils.
for watching and coming on.
guys.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Later.
Bye.
We'll see
Ciao.
you soon.
See y'all on the flip side.
Yeah. Bye.